Prepositions can be tricky, but not today. Let's learn 100 prepositions to talk about time, place, and direction in English. With. With. I usually drink my coffee with a little bit of warm milk. Behind. Behind. The cat is hiding behind the large green sofa in the living room. During. During. Please do not talk during the movie because it is very loud. About. About. We had a long conversation about our plans for the summer holiday. Against. Against. The cyclist was riding against the wind, so he was very tired. Among. Among. You can find many beautiful flowers among the trees in this forest. Around. Around. They walked around the city center for 2 hours to see the sights. Beyond. Beyond. The mountains are visible beyond the edge of the blue lake. Despite. Despite. They decided to go for a hike despite the heavy rain this morning. Inside. Inside. I left my car keys inside the kitchen drawer by mistake. Towards. Towards. The puppy ran quickly towards its owner when it saw the ball. Upon. Upon arriving at the hotel, the guests were given a warm welcome. Without. Without. It is difficult to finish this difficult project without any help. Under. Under. The children like to play under the big oak tree in the garden. Throughout. Throughout. The museum is open to visitors throughout the entire year. Since. Since. I have been living in this beautiful city since I was 10 years old. Until. Until. You should wait here until the bus arrives at the station. Beside. Beside. My best friend sat beside me during the long graduation ceremony. Between. Between. The library is located exactly between the bank and the post office. Above. Above. The bright sun was shining high above the clouds all afternoon. If you are finding these prepositions helpful, please take a moment to like this video, comment your favorite example, and subscribe to English Dream for more lessons. Below. Below. The temperature dropped below 0 degrees during the cold night. Across. Across. We need to walk across the old wooden bridge to reach the farm. Before. Before. You must wash your hands carefully before you eat your dinner. After. After. We went to get some delicious ice cream after the football match. Over. Over. The energetic dog jumped over the low fence into the neighbor's yard. Through. Through. The train passes through a very long tunnel in the mountains. Along. Along. We enjoyed a peaceful walk along the riverbank yesterday evening. Near. Near. My office is located near the Central Railway Station for easy travel. Past. Past. Drive past the supermarket and then turn left at the traffic lights. Within. Within. You will receive your official exam results within 2 weeks. Except. Except. Everyone attended the birthday party except for Sarah, who was sick. Beneath. Beneath. There are many interesting creatures living beneath the ocean's surface. Alongside. Alongside. The new bike path was built alongside the busy main highway. Opposite. Opposite. The bakery is situated directly opposite the local pharmacy. Instead of. I chose to drink green tea instead of coffee this morning. Outside. Outside. The kids are playing football outside the house in the sunshine. Onto. The curious cat climbed onto the roof to watch the birds. Off. Please take your muddy shoes off before you enter the clean house. Into. She poured the fresh orange juice into a tall glass with ice. From. This lovely handmade gift is from my grandmother in Italy. For. I have been studying English very hard for 3 months now. Of. The capital city of France is famous for the Eiffel Tower. At. I will meet you at the entrance of the cinema at 7 o'clock. On. My laptop is sitting on the desk next to the computer mouse. In. There are many historical paintings in the National Art Gallery. Don't try to memorize prepositions in isolation. Always learn them in phrases. For example, instead of just in, learn in the morning or in the car to understand the context better. By. This amazing novel was written by a very famous young author. To. We are planning to travel to London for our next vacation. Concerning. I received an important email concerning the new company policy. Regarding. Please contact me if you have any questions regarding the contract. Unlike her sister, Mary prefers staying at home to going out. Like. This soft fabric feels just like real silk from the East. Minus. The final price is $50 minus the 10% discount. Plus. Your total is €20 plus €5 for the shipping cost. Via. We flew from New York to Tokyo via a short stop in Dubai. Per. The car was traveling at a speed of 60 miles per hour. Underneath. I found my lost earring underneath the heavy bedroom wardrobe. Following the presentation, there will be time for a short Q&A. Including. The price of the meal is $30, including the dessert. In spite of, they won the game in spite of having 2 injured players. Across from. The post office is located across from the city library. Ahead of. There were 3 people standing ahead of me in the queue. Because of. The flight was delayed because of the thick fog at the airport. Close to. Our hotel was very close to the beach, so we walked there. Due to. The outdoor concert was cancelled due to the sudden thunderstorm. Far from. Far from. The train station is far from the city center, so take a taxi. Prepositions of time and place. In, on, at are the most common. Remember, at is for specific points, on is for surfaces or days, and in is for enclosed spaces or longer periods of time. In front of. In front of. There is a beautiful fountain in front of the old town hall. Inside of. Inside of. I wonder what is hidden inside of that mysterious wooden box. Next to. Next to. Please sit next to me so we can look at the book together. On top of. On top of. He placed the gold trophy on top of the high fireplace shelf. Out of. Out of. The tired marathon runner was completely out of breath. Outside of. Outside of. There is a small park located just outside of the village walls. Thanks to. Thanks to. Thanks to your helpful advice, I passed my driving test easily. Up to. Up to. You can invite up to 5 friends to the dinner party tonight. Away from. Away from. Move the chair away from the radiator so it doesn't get too hot. Down. Down. The heavy rain ran down the window pane during the storm. Up. Up. The energetic children ran up the stairs to their bedroom. Between. Between. There is a secret path between the 2 tall hedges. Amongst. Amongst. The tradition has been kept alive amongst the local villagers. Amidst. Amidst. The small cottage sat peacefully amidst the rolling green hills. Round. Round. We sat round the warm campfire and told interesting stories. Besides. Besides. Besides chocolate, what other flavors of cake do you like? In addition to. In addition to. In addition to French, she also speaks fluent Spanish and German. Along with. Along with. I sent the letter along with a small photograph of the family. Apart from. Apart from. Apart from the cold weather, the trip was absolutely wonderful. As for. As for. As for the money, we will discuss that at the next meeting. As to. As to. There is no doubt as to who is the best player on the team. Ahead. Ahead. The road ahead was blocked by a fallen tree after the wind. Aboard. Aboard. All passengers aboard the ship must wear a life jacket. Aloft. Aloft. The eagle held its wings aloft as it soared through the sky. Against. Against. Lean the ladder against the wall so you can reach the roof. When using prepositions of movement, like into, onto, or towards, focus on the direction. They always show that something is moving from one place to another. Amid. Amid. They found a beautiful flower growing amid the dry desert rocks. Athwart. Athwart. The fallen log lay athwart the narrow forest path. Circa. Circa. The historic castle was built circa the 14th century. Following. Following. We went out for dinner following the conclusion of the seminar. Minus. Minus. The score was 5-2, so the home team won. Save. Save. The street was empty, save for a single black cat. Throughout. Throughout. She worked hard throughout the night to finish the report. Verses. Verses. Tonight's big match is the Eagles versus the Tigers. Worth. Worth. This rare antique watch is worth a lot of money today. Via. Via. You can send the documents to me via email or regular mail. Well done. You now understand prepositions. Next, let's expand your vocabulary with synonyms and antonyms.